Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? How's it going? You may notice the tire's a little different tonight. Just got back from weekend at Ford Madison, by the way, with the St. Louligans. Had a great time this weekend with the Louligans, with the flock, with the Omaha Parliament. I was actually there as a Omaha supporter, so it was a good weekend. It'll be a good vlog when that does come out. I got a lot of it done in the car ride back, believe it or not. So hopefully we'll be out tomorrow night. I don't think it'll be out any later than tomorrow night, honestly. So. But we got to talk about St. Louis City tonight. We are in Portland, Oregon. So we're not playing the Hearts of Pine in Maine. That would be weird. Or it would be the Open Cup, which, yeah, we're not in it anymore, and neither is Portland. Hearts of Pine. But yeah, so Portland Timbers tonight. Very interesting that it is a heat wave going on in Oregon. So it's like, I think I saw there was supposed to be a high of 96 degrees today. I mean, youch, 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 youch. JT cursing in the chat. Lubin is going to be there in spirit. He could be. It sounds like he could be there, but Dr. Jared, because it can only be Jared, has another injury to deal with this year. And I'm long past the point of having some serious questions about our strength and conditioning team at this point. I think we are beyond that, but we got to deal with it, I guess. All right, looks like the Apple TV link is up and running here. So let's go and get this running so I can actually describe what I'm talking about here. The one who chats about tactics, city tactics, actually. Michael, hello, Timothy. Hello, what can I call you? Micathy? There you go, Micathy. I am very slow today, guys. I'm gonna have to build up into this one because drove 5 hours back from Madison today, and like immediately like just had to crash and take a nap for a little bit. So I'm kind of getting my gears back going here. Also, I experienced Das Boot. So not the movie. My weekend was much more positive, but no, if you watch the movie Beer Fest, the boot with the beer in it. Yeah, I tried that last night after the Madison game, and the Das Boot booted me in the nuts. Let's just put it that way. So I'm recovering. I'm kind of recovering from a fun weekend, a long weekend, but one where I got to know alcohol a little bit too closely. Tonight, I'm actually rocking the Sprecher root beer tonight just because, yeah, I don't think my body would actually tolerate any alcohol tonight. Jeff Kaufman, hot one tonight on turf, but Ryan pointing out that Swamp Ass does play in our favor. We got those Midwestern boys that are used to this, swampy ass heat. Justin, the fan of the match from the last home game against San Jose. The fan of the match is here. Let's go ahead and we need to celebrate a little bit. Congrats, Justin, on being the fan of the match, and I guess you're the fan of the stream today. You're the fan of the stream, so everyone, get some claps in for the fan of the stream today. There you go. You're a two-time winner in a little over a week. Wish I had that luck. Ryan wants Jared sacked already. I do not disagree with you there. You tell me, Ryan. You tell me. I don't know what goes on that level. I'm not even going to pretend to know that. Ethan, Ayo, from Louisville. How's it going in Louisville? Is it swampy in Louisville? Is it as swampy as Portland, Oregon? Words I would never think to ask. Ryan Fraley, why is it when someone says Das Boot, I think of Volkswagen? Because Volkswagen is from Germany, just like Das Boot was about the German submariners. So yeah. And then they have a drink at German bars called Das Boot, where you literally drink out of a boot. Yeah. They also talk like that. You don't have to talk like that, though. In fact, I recommend you probably don't. It's weird. Yeah, Michael, he knows. I did get far enough to the ankle, and I did have it gurgle on me a little bit. And so I knew I knew the tactic. I was very careful not to drop the boot because I was warned that if I drop Das Boot and it breaks, it's $75. I ain't paying that. So safety first. But I did not beat the boot. I got down to the high ankle of the boot, and that was as far as I could go. Of the four of us that attempted the boot, no one finished. A couple got down actually like into the feet, but they were tapped out as well. How we made it back to our hotel, I have no idea. Ryan, yes, right. Listen to Ryan. Hit the likes already. Right down here. Right down here. Just there's a big thumbs up button. You got the thumbs up there, and you just click it. Click it like this. Click it. And Justin, you are our honored guest. I am honored that you are here. I am very honored that you are here. Big M just sneezed. Bless you, Big M. Ryan Fraley, Volkswagen is Das Auto. That's why, and in some countries in Europe, Boot is an automotive term for what we call a trunk. Did not know that actually. That is very good to know. Starting 11. I assume we all have seen it by now. Thoughts on the starting 11? I have one thought. That I was seeing a tweet from Manuel Veth. I guess there was a fan that fell at the Portugal game. Jeez. Anyway, fell from the stands. But yeah, starting 11 today. So I have a thought, and the thought is it time to officially call Tomas Ostrak a bust? Can we? It may have been a long ago we can call that, honestly, but this is a guy that is a midfielder that makes $700,000 a year, and has only played, I think I saw it was 300 more minutes than Joachim Nilsson. Yeah, and the fact is we are hurting for center mids, and we do not start him when we are hurting for center mids. We start Akil Bloody Watts alongside Alfredo Morales, which that I get. I get Morales, but Akil Watts over Tomas Ostrak. So I guess we're just not going to progress the ball today. I guess we just said, you know what? We're just. I hope we're not getting a return of bunker down Olaf Ball today. The formation doesn't seem to suggest that. Berkey's Turkey. We're gonna have a little. Speaking of the Pacific Northwest, we are gonna have some fun in a couple months up there. So tired of seeing a depleted center midfield. I am too. I am quite tired. We should have Edouard Leuven today. We don't have Edouard Leuven because our strength and conditioning team at this point needs to be investigated criminally. Ryan Fraley, yeah, some of the modern stadium design is not so good. See what happened in Pittsburgh with that fan following. Okay, yep, that's what I was. Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. Yeah, sad moments. But then again, you have places like the Portland Timbers place, which is a former baseball field. It looks nice. I know our buddy Aaron Leake went out there and he enjoyed it. I know Kane's been out there. He enjoyed it. Go back to the converted baseball stadiums. Forward Madison. They play in a converted baseball stadium, and they make it work. Although, in fairness with Portland, you can hardly tell that it was ever a baseball stadium. Michael pointing out that Tomas was great in 2023 in pinches, but that is all he has. He can go elsewhere. I'm kind of with you on that. If we can't, if we're not playing him today, then what's the point? Odds on Ange being interested in coaching St. Louis. I brought that up just kind of for fun. I don't think that happens for multiple reasons. Not the least of which, yeah, Tottenham to St. Louis does not seem like a ideal coaching trajectory. Yeah. And Ryan, I'm with you on that. Probably not good, but can still hope. Definitely. JT Kirsting, we got the Betcher Klaus bromance going on today. I'm guessing Betcher plays under Klaus, maybe as a shadow striker. Although where they had him in the lineup, almost suggested that he'd be playing left, maybe, but I don't. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, Saudis might pay Ange. Does Ange want to go to Saudi though? I mean, Ange has pretty much gone everywhere in the world, pretty much at this point. Why not check off another destination? Gene wants this guy up here, Jurgen. Look, if Jurgen isn't going to go to Roma, he's not going to go to St. Louis. You know, I really, really wish we were playing Vancouver. Although we got good timing on playing Vancouver because they had to rotate a lot a couple weeks ago. But did you see that Vancouver had to make 8 call-ups from their next pro club because of illness and injury? Yikes! I honestly like if St. Louis are back in the CONCACAF. I really, 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 really hope that we don't have to go to Mexico for any of the games, and it's nothing against it. For the express reason that the last 2 times there has been a final in Mexico, the MLS clubs that have gone down there have gotten sick. I mean, remember the Columbus Crew got sick against Pachuca last year, and now we have that with Vancouver. So. Boil that water in Mexico, I guess, or just maybe just don't eat steep. I don't know what they were eating in Mexico. I don't know if they were eating street burritos. I mean, I would be finding it very hard to resist eating a street burrito in Mexico, honestly, because that sounds like banger, honestly. Yep. All right, players are coming out, and unconventional stadium means an unconventional walkout. Makes me think of, well, I mean, Colorado's a very unconventional walkout place. They walk out of the end zone and they literally walk out almost from the second, just under the second level, and then they go downstairs. That's kind of a weird thing. Houston, they walk out from the end zone, and now you got Portland that walks out of the end zone. Footballing heritage. You love to see it. Oh, I'm here, by the way. Don't worry about that. Just want to give some love to Pat Connolly Tavern, sponsoring this watch along, located at the corner of Tam and Oakland in Dogtown, St. Louis institution since 1942, and they are a great place to catch some live music, grab a bite to eat, something to drink. They're also a City on Tap bar as well, in case you can't make it to a home game or an away game, and you decided, you know what, I'm tired of Soccer Zombie, I don't want to watch him for now. So you can definitely make that an option for you, Pat Connolly Tavern. And next time you're at Pat Connolly Tavern, tell them I sent you. I would really appreciate that. Yep, Galaxy has the end zone walkout as well. Sean Fecto, noting the koozie, Sean. I wonder why you would point that out, Mr. Portland Hearts of Pine beat writer, and me with the Allagash koozie from Maine with love. Shout out to the Portland Hearts of Pine. When I got media credentials from them, they included this koozie in a little gift box. That was really, really nice of them. Sean, you probably got that too, I think. By the way, Sean, have you been to we're at the Portland Zoo today. Is there a St. Louis City SC scarf now hanging on the ceiling? I know I have heard reports that I mailed them a scarf and they have received it. Last I heard, it had not been hung yet, so I'm curious about this. Is a St. Louis City SC scarf now hanging at the Portland Zoo? This is the important things that we need to address on this channel here. I mean, besides the MLS game, that's kind of sort of important, I guess, but need to know. Root beer is so tasty. Why are we getting a Thorson highlight package? He is now. Oh, this is like highlights from, I guess, the previous match. Yeah, we can't play Thorson today. Oh, I see Jose Kojima. Oh, and then Evander with that free kick. Jeez. Sean cannot confirm the visual yet on the St. Louis City scarf in the Portland Zoo, but Sean is going to be on the lookout, as I would expect nothing less from an intrepid journalist such as yourself. You will dig for the truth, and you will do it in a professional manner. Thank you very much for that. All right, it is 6:09. We still have not kicked off this game because this is an MLS production. Oh, Ryan, did you see how the Fire and Triple G violated DCU? I saw. Was it 6-1? Was it? I was at the Madison game last night, so I couldn't like really follow along or anything like that. But yeah, DC's a mess. DC is a hot mess, and they lost to another hot mess, which is pretty sad. Pretty sad, honestly. Yeah, speaking of Galaxy, yeah, we get them Saturday. That is, excuse me. That is a 3:30 game. Oh, it was 7-1. Last I saw it was 6-1. Ouch. But yeah, anyone going to the Galaxy game Saturday? I'll be there. I'll be there. Me and Jake Henry will be there. Jake and I actually get to go on another adventure this weekend. So we will be doing the Galaxy game at 3:30, and then afterwards, Ethan Thornton, you're in the chat. I know you're in the chat. Me and Jake invade your house this weekend. As we are making, we are going to swing by, say hi to our friend Ethan Saturday night, and then the next day we will head up to Cincinnati for the second Club World Cup match of this year's vaunted tournament. And I say that with a little bit of sarcasm, as Bayern Munich takes on Auckland City. And Jake's a big Bayern Munich fan. He's been looking forward to this one. He wanted to see Bayern Munich in person, and this was his best opportunity, he felt. And so we're going to go on a German Cincinnati adventure this coming weekend after we take on Marco Reus and the Galaxy. All right, so get the timer going. That's a nice tifo. I'm not sure exactly what it signifies, but it looks nice. Oh, speaking of the Galaxy game, there may or may not be a tifo. Just saying. I've heard things, but I can't talk about supporters group stuff because that's number one rule of supporters group stuff is you don't talk about supporter group stuff, as I learned recently. And we are away. Clock going right above me here. Yeah, I agree. That was a really, really neat tifo, Michael. Again, if someone knows actually what it signified, drop it in the comments. Yeah, I suspect tickets Saturday might be cheap again because it's a day game. Also because it's a Galaxy, and also it's because the honeymoon's over. So I'm thinking next year I usually split supporter section season tickets with a friend of mine, but we've both kind of agreed to move on from that. So I'm going to try my luck, I think, next year with day of supporter section tickets, because I've been finding usually every home game there's someone trying to get rid of theirs for pretty cheap. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. Very nice tifo by the Timber supporters. Any thoughts on the new layout of these watch alongs? So this is a new software that I'm using called EVMux. They StreamYard decided to basically double what I pay for them, and I'm not paying that. And I had a few recommendations for EVMux, and you get this nice chat box now. You get the timer right up there. You get like the counter up there. I've been really happy with it. This is my second live stream with it after the post game from the San Jose match. Good block by Morales, and we're going to have a corner. All right. Portland radio commentary, according to Cat Uncle, because he doesn't need Taylor Twellman in his life today. So you must have toggled the broadcast option on Apple TV. Or maybe you want the transatlantic radio broadcaster. Let me know if you want to see your transatlantic radio man call the game like I did with the last watch along. But he might come out later. Headed away by Timo Baumgartel, who Jake Henry got to meet this week. And I can confirm that Timo Baumgartel is a giant. He is all of 6'3", 200 pounds. Okay, so Ryan's enjoying EVMux. It is actually a little cheaper than StreamYard, as Klaus back to Betcher, and he trips over nothing. Watts' shots blocked. We got a Timbers player that is down holding his ankle. That escalated quickly. That was forget a meal. That whole sequence was a buffet. What's going on, Producer Mason? All right, let's watch the sequence again here. So, passing it back to the goalie, kicks it up, but it's like going nowhere. Watch shoots. I'm not sure exactly where that injury was, to tell you the truth. And now he's fine. He's got a little bit of those rubber pellets on his face to show for it. I know a lot of people are ditching StreamYard because of their price hikes. Now, to be fair, I will say, StreamYard did, like, when I canceled, they actually like offered the original rate, but it's kind of like, I feel that's one of those, like, you renew and then you forget that it auto renews next year, and then they charge you like the what they were going to charge me. All right, dealt with. Now we are going the other way for Klaus. We'll pass it back. Good to see Tots in there. I'm so excited to see what see him back in the lineup. Because Lord knows, without Tots, our right back position has been an absolute wasteland. Ryan is checking out the Portland broadcast. Xavier thinks I'm better than listening to Taylor. I appreciate that. Michael is saying that if Portland leads by halftime, he's going to watch the TST semifinals. By the way, speaking of TST, so did you all see the goal from the Union Omaha Madison match? Of course, I did. It was right in front of me. I didn't get it on the vlog. I didn't actually record it because it was a goal from midfield. So it was a turnover, like it was Madison was slowly progressing up the field. Bad turnover. Oh, good pass in. Nope, not a good pass in the middle, but it's cleared away for a corner. So Omaha steals the ball around midfield, and to credit the Omaha player, sees the goalie for Madison is way off his line and just hoofs it from midfield. It actually made the Sports Center top 10 last night. And the moment I saw that happen, I'm like, what in the TST is this? Because you see so many half midfield, goals in TST, and I'm like, what is this? And that was the only goal last night. Omaha ended up winning 1-0 off of that crazy goal. If you were a Madison fan, you had to be sick. Corner in the box. A good battle by Betch. Back to Celio. Interesting, Celio taking the corner there. Man, there is a Morales. Did you see Morales almost lose his footing there? Is the turf just made out of did they coat like a layer of like grease on top of the turf? Some insider info by our Be Good, Do Good painter extraordinaire, Jerry Hayes. FYI, for those curious, the away supporter section is tucked way up in the shade in the corner to the right, facing the screen. Yeah, I mean, on a day like today, shade's probably a good thing. But I remember when we did the away live stream last year, I think Aaron or Kane joined me, and I remember where they were, and they were kind of tucked away, it looked like. But yeah, as Jerry says, shade all day. Portland trying to beat us deep. And a high press. I predicted 1-1 for this game. I just kind of figured that, I mean, Portland hasn't been really scoring lately. St. Louis's issue scoring have been legendary at this point, and it's also like swamp ass hot today. But if both teams are, trying to go a high press here, I mean, I could see more than 1-1 today. Yeah, Jerry's right. 93 degrees in Portland, Oregon is like 105 degrees here. That is true. It's they're not used to that up there. Hartle, midfield up to Betcher. Was he onside though? Doesn't matter because he absolutely bungled that. But yeah, the flag was up. Betcher was off. Good idea, but he was pretty clearly off. Even I spotted that, which is I'm usually not very good at spotting that. So would probably be a very bad linesman. Man, another bad pass by Portland. They've been sloppy starting out here. Yeah, and that may be Cat why he didn't really like finish the play so much there because, yeah. Everyone's scoring has been down on the City team. You don't say. You don't say. Okay, through ball. Blocked and blocked. I mean, that was kind of threatening. I feel we probably could have defended that a little better. Yeah. Yeah, we're having trouble. Players scoring is down. Yeah, that is water is wet. It is that I can't confirm water is indeed wet. I mean, it found a man, but poorly directed. Oh wait, it was off Kess. Did that go off his shoulder? Breaking news, and news that would make St. Louis City officials probably absolutely swoon. It's so hot that Portland is allowing sealed water bottles and energy drinks into the stadium because Energizer Park would never. I hate that. That it's one of the things that make me like you talk about unrequited love and unmitigated love for your own club. I'm not finding the word. Unconditional love. That's what I meant. You talk about unconditional love, and I don't have it for St. Louis City, and that's one of the reasons why. I love them, but like I know you've got issues, and one of the issues is this really inhumane practice of not allowing water bottles on a hot day. To me, that's predatory. I think it is incredibly bad. Yeah, got to pay $80 to get water in the stadium. Yeah, and you know, I do the whole thing about the bougie mugs because I quite frankly it is a bit of an insult. It is a bit of an insult. It is, and it's greed. It's all it is. It is pure greed. I mean, we've had multiple issues of players, of fans that are fainting at games at Energizer Park because of the heat. It's just inhumane. And I hope someone from St. Louis City is watching this, greedy assholes. Michael, and more fantastic news. Didn't see the inner liner, Tom. That hat is awesome. Should be more options with MLS clubs. But you know what? We don't have that because single entity, one template, 30 teams. Yeah. Stupid league. Stupid league. Sustainability. What, are we sustaining profits? Is that it? This is not sustainable. So this bottle is a plague. Is this the plague that is affecting the earth right now? Come on. Yeah, oh yeah, the shitty paper water cones where you can get like a thumb full of water. I mean, yeah, that'll do it. Ryan, I think I can't think of another club that does this. Nashville. So okay, I've heard the explanation for why we don't allow water bottles in is because we have self-serve drinks. Nashville has self-serve drinks, and you know what? They allow water bottles. Watch the vlog. I could have a water bottle. Hi, Super Rav. Everyone say hi to Super Ravioli. How's it going? How's it going? Our paisan, our ravioli paisan. Good to see you. Yep, this is a PG-13 chat. This is an older family chat. It's not a family chat. It's an older family chat. Yep. Yes, reuse is so much. That's zero goal right there. Reusing versus recycling. I mean, who's gonna throw this in the trash? I mean, unless it actually like breaks down, then it's plastic. You can recycle it. Yeah, music festivals are less greedy. Like whoever came up with the policy, that you can't bring water bottles into Energizer Park, did they work Woodstock 99? Or were they there? Or like were they one of the organizers of Woodstock 99? Anyway, back to the game. I may be a little cranky because I'm a little tired. Just because I had a fun but long weekend. And this is kind of the cap for that. And also there's not much going on in this MLS game. Now, this one, Ryan, I'm going to disagree with you on. I hate Ticketmaster with the power of 1,000 suns. I don't think St. Louis SC is that bad. Yeah, Ticketmaster is one of those companies that, like, if they were to race off the face of the earth, the world would be a much better place. As Klaus heads it up and over. Too much spotted cow. That was what was in Das Boot last night. Was spotted cow. I brought a case of spotted cow home. I'm not drinking it tonight because if I like alcohol is the last thing I want tonight after a weekend of alcohol because I got kind of blitzed on Friday as well. I think Ryan makes a good delineation here. Love the sporting side of the club, but the business side, not as much of a fan. And I'm with you on that. Another good tackle by Timo. Going to be another corner. So you're seeing what Portland's trying to do here, trying to get it in deep, but our back line, to be fair, has not really broken. Kessler and Timo is probably as close to an ideal center back pairing as we have right now. I would say the only thing that would change that would be if Joachim Nilsson did not have the injury issues that he has. As this is a corner back out. We can get a counter going here. Here goes Celio. Celio, God love you, Celio. That is the one Achilles heel about Celio that drives me nuts is he is not fast. He has everything you want out of a flashy winger, except he is not fast. And he absolutely got torched. When Cat Uncle went to the Indy 500, you can bring in a cooler full of beer. You can bring in coolers at Busch Stadium for Cardinals games. They let you bring in soft-sided coolers. They don't care. And yes, I know the Blues don't allow you to bring outside drinks, but you know what? They play in an arena away from the elements where, like, you're not going to faint because you're overheated at a Blues game. I mean, that doesn't happen because you have no reason to be overheated at a Blues game. You're in an ice rink. It's actually kind of chilly when you're in the arena. Anyway. Yikes, that one went into orbit. Just a tad overhead. Jeez Louise, that thing had a rocket strap to it. Well, Carolyn Kindle didn't join the ownership group until recently. I think the main issue with the business side of things is everything I hear is all about paying off the stadium. Because remember, when the stadium flooded, that added a bunch of overrun cost. Oh, good ball forward for Betcher. Shot! Whoa, just wide. Good effort. So Watts had a lot of space there. They gave him all sorts of space, and give him credit. That was a good play. That was a good play, and Betcher just he had a tough angle there. He did about the best he could with it as he's getting a drink of water. Hartle now going to take the cross after Celio took the last one. This one's going back, headed away. Oh, good header. By Tots over far side. Klaus needed to be 6'5" to corral that header, unfortunately. Looked like Klaus may have misjudged that a little bit. That was a good save, to be fair. On that replay, it looked like it was goal bound. Oh, Jerry Hayes' favorite, O. Henry, and her right back starting the attack. I love me some Kessler. Pay that man his money. Good ball in the box. Berkey's there. No problems. Yeah, we don't have a Sheikh Mansour bailout in our favor, unfortunately. The Taylors are not oil barons. Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, 116 degrees Fahrenheit on the turf just sounds miserable. Giving me old Busch Stadium vibes with that. Old Busch Stadium used to be an absolute blast furnace in, July and August. And I know like on-field temperatures with that carpet they had for a field would be like, you can get up to like 120, 130 degrees on the field. Absolutely just boiling. I kind of miss Old Busch, but then I'm reminded of how hot it gets, and I kind of then we're better with what we have. Morales forward to Betcher. Betcher can't control it, but he had an open lane if he was able to. Yeah, the AstroTurf in Old Busch was absolutely inhumane. The AstroTurf, I actually still have a piece of the original AstroTurf from the what is now the Dome in America Center, and like I remember at the time like I had it framed, but then like I remember taking it out and I was like holding it in its side and seeing how thin it was, and I'm like, damn, people actually played on this. Like I know football players wear pads, but like that had to like for one the burn. If you're sliding on that turf, the turf burn just had to be absolutely just awful. And then, but the fact is, like you have a very very thin padding on that old AstroTurf. Like you're basically if you're falling to the ground, you're basically like it's almost like landing on concrete. That's one thing I know plastic pitches and field turf, gets a bit of bad rap, but it's an improvement over AstroTurf. Ah, good battle read and good no call. That was not a foul. Oh, I just brought up some old memories with Cat Uncle. Turf burn, my be-hated. Oh, David Critch is a lefty. He's a lefty scouser. You'll love to say it. Okay. Connecting in the middle here. Here's Hartle. Hartle, find a friend. He does. Klaus, but that was a good idea by Klaus. It just Hartle was out of position. And now we work our slow build up here. Good point by Twellman here. I'm also a little surprised that Portland's not being assertive. Because you would think that, with us being down with Vollum and Leuven, like, our midfield is kind of weak. We are adapting to life without a third center back. And yet I feel this game has just been kind of like being played in molasses right now by both sides. I think might have to break out Transatlantic here in a little bit just to get some life into the stream. All right, Klaus, good through ball, though. Speaking of life, but it is cleared away. Klaus's hair is its own life organism right now. Like he almost looks like he's now like in the Hans Wyman hair club for men, like with that kind of like style. Like I know he's covering a lot of balding there, but it reminds me a little bit of just very Hans Wyman-y. All right, Totland there's reset. Watts in the box. Doesn't win the header. Offside, 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 offside. There it is. Yeah. Kessler's off. Yeah, Kessler's hair is like it is like Tom Cruise in that in the most recent Mission Impossible where he's hanging off the plane. That's basically Klaus's hair right now. Yeah. I agree, Mason. At least we're trying. We're not playing bad. It's just that I kind of felt I just had a feeling this game was going to be slow as bad turnover. Klaus shot, save, rebound by Watts, another save. One Hartle completely fluffs it.
We're fucking shit. 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 We're fucking shit.
Yeah. 26-minute, remember that. You have a 3-on-1 on a bad turnover, and we have no one that can convert. Hartle! Good effort. Deflected away, though. Good response, but holy hell, that was bad. That was so bad. Jerry was screaming. I was dying inside when that happened. Oh my God. I can't either, Ryan. I have no idea how we flubbed that. We're absolute clown car shit right there. Oh my God, that was dreadful. We should have buried that. We have no one on this team that could just fucking bury it. No one. I would, but I don't want a copyright strike, unfortunately. I mean, we're supposed to be getting another kit this year. I don't know when that's going to be announced, but I'm kind of pro that right now. Well, don't burn the Confluence ones. Burn the Forever Red kits. Jeff's neighbors have concerns. I have concerns. I have multiple concerns. Just ridiculous. Just fucking ridiculous. There is no play in 2025 that will be so emblematic of how we cannot fucking score this year. No, that is Exhibit A. St. Louis City had a tough 2025. They couldn't score, and here's an example of why. I do agree, Jacob. We have looked so much better since Mellberg is gone. I do agree. We're not playing bad. We just can't finish. We have no predator in our in our attack. We have no predator. Klaus is a hold up, distributed passing around type. Betcher can be a predator, but he's not been that guy. Celio is a flashy orchestrator. Hartle's a flashy orchestrator. Here's Celio. He heard me talking smack. They're good saves, but there's no reason we shouldn't be burying that. I'm sorry, it's a 3-on-1, and we're booting it right at the keeper. Put River Stripes on a Navy kit, call it the River Kit, and sell it like pancakes. Basically, just sell the City 2 kit. Oh my God, we can't have that though. Yeah, we just can't score because we have no one that can score. Yeah, and Hartle also was erring on that one too. Hartle's not been bad, but clearly he had a better ensemble in St. Pauli than he did here in St. Louis. Because I think Hartle's is basically trying to be Superman out there, and he's not. Oh, does Portland have the Louis Diaz chant going now? We're never gonna score. Actually, that was Butthead. We're never gonna score. Yeah, we are now comparing St. Louis City games to Beavis and Butthead. This is where we are as a fan base right now. It's not great. It's not great. Here lies City SC. They never scored. Absolute state of things. Alvaro Morata is available. Yeah, sure. Edin Dzeko's available. There's the Bosnian dream right there. He's 40 though, and he's probably cooked, and he'll probably get like a bag of money thrown at him by a Saudi club, but he's available too. Darwin Núñez is available if you like players that can't score. Or hell, you can go in for Louis Diaz and try to be at Al Hilal for him. Good luck with that. Speaking of Louis Diaz. Yep, cooling break. And you know what? That's good. That sounds like a good idea. I am going to be right back and get a drink here. I'm not going to display anything. I'll just be right back. Actually, we do have someone that can score. It would just require courage to play him. Brandon McScorley, we have on our bench. In fact, there he is right there on the end of the bench. The one that's yawning as we speak because he's probably bored watching this game and waiting for his opportunity. An opportunity that, in my opinion, he should have had from the get-go of this season, but Olaf Melberg's talent evaluation skills are just on fleek. Along with his choice in spray tan. See that picture with him and Jack Grealish? Like, my God. It's like, did Olaf Melberg go to some sort of Caribbean island and just fall asleep on a beach for a week? Yeah, I'm all about McScorley. We need McScorley in there. I'm a big McScorley stan. Yeah, no alcohol. This is high quality H2O. With a little bit of Mio water and flavor in there. Yeah, they got the towels going around the neck. Yeah, it's got to be an inferno down there. I'm sure they're giving them extra time to hydrate. As well they should. Those white Confluence kits are probably going to be yellow by the time that this game's over because of sweat stains. Michael in Chat City Tactics just pointing out that Roman Berkey is soaked and he has done absolutely nothing today. All right, here's Betcher deep. Oh, he beats his man. It just does not stop. Speaking of car crashes, our absolute allergy. Good God, Simon. You're free. It's almost like he was surprised and he couldn't adapt. And he was like, oh my God, I'm actually free. What do I do? What do I do? And he shanks it. Like, this should be 2-0. This should absolutely be 2-0. Cloud, yeah, I saw that too. Cloud's looking kind of lethargic out there coming out of the breaks. We might actually see McScorley today. I might have to break out the booze, honestly. I don't want to because I went to bed the last 2 nights rather inebriated, but I might have to at this rate. This is getting sad. As now we got Morales down. That's what we need. Another Alfredo Morales leg injury. But looks like I guess he's gonna be okay. Yeah, Apple TV. Let's get a long shot of the offender and not of the injured player. That's great. Okay, he's fine. Even the production team's hot and tired today. Yeah, hi boss. It's Tom. I have to call in today because I have a case of St. Louis City'd. It keeps recurring. It won't go away. There is no cure. Oh man. Guess we'll just have to wait for the next Portland mistake. I think Peter MacArthur's got a case of St. Louis City right now. Not to be confused with being St. Louis City Reid or St. Louis Cities like herpes. Or St. Louis City-itis. Yeah, we're doing good up until the time it is to actually put the ball in the net. I feel I've heard this song before. Oh, right through the middle of the field, but right at Berkey. Berkey looks like he is dying out there, and he's not had to do anything. I mean, it looks like I mean for someone that hasn't had to do much, he looks like he's been busting his ass today. By the way, we got English versus English going on with the coaching battle today as Phil Neville takes on the Scouser David Critchley. Football heritage today on display. Ball forward, kicked up, headed back. All right, now 5 minutes left to go in the first half here. St. Louis City doing an absolutely deplorable job of scoring the ball today, as they have had 9 shots and nothing to show for it. There is nothing to show on this hot and miserable day, 0-0, as we are in the 41st minute. But Portland trying to get on the board first. St. Louis steals the ball. It's Jay Reed passing it back to Kessler. High pressure by the Timbers here. Very high pressure. Good recovery by Reed. No one home, though. And this one goes into the 4th row of this former ball field. I remember watching a very young Stan Musial play on this field when he was a young 19-year-old whippersnapper. Him and future broadcasting colleague of mine, Joe Garagiola, played together. Hello, it's Producer Mason. Producer Mason, pointing out that I am at least having fun. Well, I have to do things like this because right now watching the team that I am covering is not very fun. Watching Alfredo Morales with the ball there was not fun. And now Portland can hit us on a counter. And we have made a meal out of it, but we have successfully defended the counter. As Alfredo Morales looking more and more like a ghost instead of a human being. These conditions are reminiscent of our U.S. forces when they stormed the beach of Iwo Jima. It was also a very hot day in Iwo Jima. Welcome to Iwo Jima, Portland, Oregon. Henry Kessler. Jerry Hayes showing her appreciation of Henry Kessler's efforts. Some call him a king. Would it be blasphemy to call him a king in modern times? King Kessler, very clutch, and Kessler doing Kessler things. Kessler is now about to become a verb. I haven't had to wait so long for something as waiting for the milkman after he blew a tire trying to deliver milk to the neighborhood. We were the last house on this route. I remember one morning I had my cereal with water instead of milk. Times were hard. Fans are wanting a call there, but they're not going to get it because they are blind. That ball was nowhere near him. It is the Bucket Hat Man, formerly known as Tim Parker's Bucket Hat, but we don't have a Tim Parker anymore. But we do have Bucket Hat SC. How you doing tonight, Bucket Hat? Transatlantic Man has made an appearance tonight because this club is about as boring as watching sand go through an hourglass. This game has all the speed and high intensity of a sloth. My crazy Uncle Abe was considering getting a sloth for his backyard, but the authorities had to step in and remind him that owning a sloth in city grounds is not permitted. Bucket Hat having a meal of kings tonight, about to eat some cybergs, so he's doing pretty damn good. Not as good as Pat Connolly Tavern, but it's close. Totland in the box. The announcer keeps calling him Totland. That is not correct. It is Totland. This game sometimes resembles rugby more than it does soccer, as now Timo's going to get a yellow card. Hip checks are allowed in the game of hockey, but they are not allowed in the game of soccer, as we have hit stoppage time, and I have stopped the clock in preparation for the second half to come. It was a tactical yellow by Timo Baumgartel. Taking one for the team, literally. Yes, the sloth story is real. My Uncle Abe would not tell a lie. Having a sloth would probably be like having a basement turtle. And you are truly not from St. Louis if you do not know what a basement turtle is. We have 4 minutes of additional sweating, folks. 4 minutes of additional sweating. And we're not sweating about the game. We're just sweating. Global warming taking effect on the Pacific Northwest. Forward ball. Moreno forgot something. He left it behind. St. Louis has picked it up. And now Portland should be getting a foul after the jersey pull, but no call. Oh, nice turn. And that's going to be a goal for Portland. Oh, it ping-pongs around. Oh, and we are saved. We are saved by the miracle of pinball physics. Producer Mason considering adding a sloth to his household. I'm not sure if Rambler Mike would like that, though. Bad panicky moments in the box. Who has the mouth of garbage? Are you saying your transatlantic announcer has a mouth of garbage? Long ball forward, and there is no one breaking because everyone is broken because it is so hot. Yes, there are a few things that this club dislikes more than the final minutes of a half. Wake me up when something happens. These two teams are absolutely cooked, especially us right now. Critchley better use all 5 subs this game because this team is the Walking Dead right now. Berkey stops. Berkey's not really being tested. I mean, Klaus, why can't you be a couple inches taller? Oh, blatant shove there. Good clean soccer. Nope, halftime. Halftime and not a minute too soon because these players are gassed. Just absolutely gassed. All right. I need to take a step away for just a little bit. I will be right back. In the meantime, get those comments in the chat. Who do you think is going to score in the second half? Do you think who's going to break through for us? And don't say Simon Betcher because he is just broken today. Who do you think breaks through for St. Louis? Let me know in the comments. We'll get back to this game here in just a little bit. right, we're back. We are back. As I got Phil Neville in my ear right now. The less annoying Neville. Oh wait. That's the more annoying Neville. That's Gary.
The headline has been written.
Yeah, Phil's the less annoying one to listen to. Yeah, Dak's pointing out how wasteful we've been on attack. I mean, that's just vintage St. Louis City football at this point. So again, it's FOT mobs, so like I know they're not perfect. But yeah, they have the XG for us right now at 1.37 to Portland's 0.17. So if we lose this one 1-0, this is gonna be absolutely just cruel. Yet I don't feel as bad as if we lose this one, it's kind of like I'm still kind of in a mode where like I'm getting numb to just the suffering and agony of this season. Like the Olaf era was making me like really angry. Did he have some of that, those rubber pellets on his face when he came off? That might have been it. Michael Rakers, keeping us up to date on TST. Bumpy Piach, FC 4, Pasha Luxury FC 1. Bumpy Piach FC. Is that like the Russian biatch? Is that it here? Sounds interesting. I mean, it was a decent half. I mean, again, Ryan Fraley said it best earlier. Everything leading up to the finishing looks fine. Like that, I don't really have any concerns. We're defensively, we're holding up fine. Watts has even had some moments. Like I thought his feed to Betcher that was saved on the near post was good. It's just we can't. The story of this one is just we just can't finish. Plain and simple. Oh, drop everything here, folks. Bradley Wright Phillips, Englishman, English on English violence here, saying Neville was outcoached by the Scouser, David Critchley. He ain't messing. He's sound. David Critchley, very sound. But yeah, JT, you're right. I mean, we're talking about cityitis earlier. We're all recovering from Melbergitis. Melberg might be recovering from something himself with that orange face of his. I mean, that's not natural. Honestly, Portland looking uninspired kind of looks like how they remind me of how we looked under Melberg, just completely uninspired. I mean, at least they have a high press going on, but like I don't know if it's just whether to blame. Because it's like, I mean, Portland doesn't have just like Americans on their roster. Like they have players that come from warm climates. But then again, you know, like we saw like with Jabulo Blom in 2023, he had trouble adapting to our heat. I mean, South Africa is more temperate and not as muggy as St. Louis is. But yeah, it's an absolute inferno in Portland today. And there's a sluggishness to this game. Which is kind of interesting since both teams play. They both play kind of attacking ball, and it just feels like everyone's kind of running. You know, they're kind of running themselves into the ground here. Olaf got unemployment jaundice. Apparently unemployed people can hang out with Jack Grealish, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad Grealish is taking pity on the unemployed. Oh man. Ooh, Portugal ended up being Spain on penalties. That's a shock. I mean, Spain's pretty ridiculous, but I mean they're FIFA ranked. I mean, Portugal's good to be fair, but yeah, that's a surprise. And then France knocking off Germany. That's not too much of a surprise. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at, Ryan. Like not only, I mean, I'll admit I am tired from my weekend trip, so that's kind of affecting me a little bit here. But it's also just it's just disappointing. Klaus say, yeah, the Watts. Okay, so so they just showed a replay. The Klaus shot, that was a fantastic save. To be fair, I'm not gonna pity Klaus on that. Watts definitely fluffed the rebound. That should have been buried. And then Hartle hooking it is bad. That was egregious. It was the first shot was a spectacular save. The last two were the ones that should have been buried. But when we are putting a Kill Watts in a position where he has to be a hero. I said it before on these watch-alongs, and I'll say it again. A Kill Watts is not a fucking hero. He's just not. He's a Kill Watts. That's all he is. And that's fine for a USL championship team. But beggars can't be choosers. And right now we're beggars because we can't keep midfielders healthy. And yet we have not had we've not overhauled our strength and conditioning staff for reasons that go beyond me. I don't know. I'm just going to do a kind of like a quick scan of social media right now. And forgive me, guys, if I don't sound peppy today. I'm kind of tired, just from my trip. Michael brings up a good point on the Chat City Tactics Discord, saying there's a lot bigger fish to fry for a team in 14th, but at some point when we are better, I think people are going to get very frustrated at Stelio's inability to stay relevant or effective through 90 minutes. I go back to the play when we have a chance to uncork a counter, and Celio gets absolutely like run around in circles by the backtracking Portland player. I love me some Celio, don't get me wrong. I think it is time to really, really question him going forward. He's just not. And I don't know. The thing was, before his leg injury, he wasn't fast to begin with. I mean, there's a reason he was picked off the scrap heap when we did. Chris, how's it going, Chris? Glad to see you back in action so quick after the Madison trip. Admittedly, man, I'm struggling a little bit. You were part of our crew last night. I don't think you went to Essen House last night, where me and Brad and Aaron Mendick and I forget the other guy's name. We all took a shot at Das Boot, and Das Boot booted us, and I'm still recovering from that. So that was a bit of an ordeal. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, it was good to see you, Chris. It was good to see Shannon get up on the capo stand for Madison. That was really cool. Also, cool moment with her and the Omaha supporter drumming. Chris, just for the watch along exclusive, there's a good chance that the thumbnail is going to be Shannon and the Omaha supporter drumming, because I think it's really cool when you can have opposing supporters groups getting along. It doesn't have to be like Europe and hooliganism and, animosity and all that stuff. Like both fan bases, I mean, they'll banter with each other, sure, but like it's kind of like the old adage, it's like for 90 minutes F you, but then like before and after the game, let's have a drink. G knows what Essen House is. Yep. Chris just made it home. And yeah, Chris, you You may have been that may have been the right call. Honestly, Essenhouse was a mistake. Gene, in the boot we got spotted cow. So which I have more of, but it might be a bit before I touch that stuff again because again, Das Boot was kind of was rough. All right, Super Rab, wanting to know who comes out looking like a different team in the second half. Well, I hope it's not St. Louis because we're looking okay outside of our ability to not score. I'm just hoping Portland doesn't find a second win because they've been lethargic. By the way, those stands on the far side are empty, but I can understand because it is an absolute inferno as clock has been restarted. But yeah, Chris, say hi to Shannon for me. And let her know that she'll be probably the thumbnail in the vlog, which comes out tomorrow night. Madison, by the way, is a fun time. By the way, just anyone that's been thinking of making a trip up there, whether it's for Forward Madison or just like for like a weekend getaway, Madison is fantastic. Everything is built around their capital downtown. There's so many good restaurants and bars that you can walk to. Hell, you can walk to Forward Madison Stadium from downtown. It's about a mile. It's so walkable, and it's just it's a fun vibe there. I had a great weekend there. Thanks for really relaying the message, Chris. Yep, and Michael is pointing out that we can play down the right now with Tots and Kess. I agree. Oh, here we go. Nope, dispossessed. Never mind. I mean, at least we're getting it deep. Oh, good intercept by Reed. Reed, by the way, played, I believe, the whole 90 for City 2 on Wednesday. I think that was just kind of like a fitness thing, so I'm curious how long he lasts today. Though I don't think we necessarily have a backup for him on our bench, necessarily. Don't say Hebert. Hartle. Floats it. Klaus is there!
We're fucking shit! 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 We're fucking shit!
Is that a problem, Gene? Is that a problem? David Cotton, sorry he is late for the therapy. Yeah, I agree with you, Mason. I agree with you, Michael. Ooh, 105 degrees in Reading today. Yeesh. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. This isn't the place. Take that shit somewhere else. Well, I think that it wasn't the sun getting in his eye. It was his foot getting underneath the ball. Oh, hey there, Shannon. Hey there. Jerry pointing out target practice has had early in the week per team video. Well, I remember someone like Thor was great in practice, but like, you know, in game was a different story. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this tournament Nexus either. Not a fan. Not a fan. All right, we recover. We move on. Portland with a terrible ball there. I mean, the thing that keeps me out of the abyss is the fact that I have no sort of feeling whatsoever that Portland's going to make us pay for this. Like, look at that XG, 1.7 to 0.23. Yikes. And yeah, JT pointing out, at least there is shade in half the field right now. Oh, that's a good ball, Celio. Hey, there's some speed. Good ball back, and watch shot.
We're fucking shit! We're fucking shit! We're fucking shit!
Oh, in the ball. There it is. Finally, come on. What a basket case of emotions. Oh my gosh. I feel vindicated. It actually happened. What scores?
Against Chelsea, a place in the Champions League final.
I was in the abyss. I was so dead. Okay, so Watts, chance, saved right at the goalie. Good recovery by Totland. Totland in the mixer. Really nice ball. Watts does gets a toe on it. You know what? Yeah, Akil Watts, ladies and gentlemen. Akil Watts. And Michael, I'm with you. How? Breakfast King, let's go. Yeah. Oh, Apollos, how's it going? You got here just in time. This game has been the absolute drizzling shits up until a second ago. Yeah. And before that goal, Mason pointing out that Portland looks abject today, although this might have woken them up a little bit. Looks like a Miguel Perez goal. Yeah, shades of that 2023 goal, yeah. Ryan's going to eat now. Wow. That was a sequence. That was a sequence and a half. Pompeu beating his man. Nope, gets dispossessed. No one to help him out because we have a major disconnect between our center midfield and our forwards. Jeff making the case for Watts being a player of the game. Thoughts, chat? I mean, I don't like we have to put him in positions to be a hero, but he did score. It's fair. I think part of my issue with Watts is just that I have scars from his overuse in the Melberg era. And so I will admit that I'm probably not being fair toward him. And, so Jerry, pay attention because I'm going to say that I should be nicer to Akil Watts. I should be. I will admit that. Yep. Ray just to join right as we went on the roller coaster of emotion. It's been upgraded from a glass case of emotion just to a full-blown Screaming Eagle roller coaster. Tabla rasa, Tom. It's a clean slate. I like that. I like that mentality. I'll go with that. Oh, nice ball in the mixer, but cleared. Apparently, Berkey is... I think Rav might be a little ahead of me. Unless I missed something. Jerry Kessler reading the opponent's offense is huge for this team to succeed. Yep. Anthony against Totland. In the box, in traffic, Anthony, shot blocked, rebound going to go the other way. Oh, you're talking about the chip. Gotcha. It is nice to see my city app alerts highlighting goals. It's kind of refreshing. Yeah, good block by Kessler. Kessler's been strong. Really, him and Timo have been really strong together. Oh, speaking of Thought Bob app notifications, time to mute this match. Wait for it. Wow. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna play this in honor of Neville's brother. That was a yeah. My mob went off on that one. That was a wonder goal. That was a wonder goal. To be fair, I mean, look, I salute you, Anthony, on that. Not the Real Betis awesome Anthony, but the Portland pretty good Anthony. Hats off. That's just a nice shot. I don't even hate admitting that, because that's one of those shots where there's really, that's a nice move over Totland. Dude, look, that is superhero shit right there. That's respect, Anthony, respect. That was good. That was. I'm not even mad about that one. That was a hell of a goal. Dude, that is upper 90, like just a shade under the crossbar. Like prime Donnarumma is not getting that one. Sheesh. That is just disgusting. Oh no, Anthony again. No. Corralled. And cleared. All right, Portland had what a nice intercept by Phil Neville there. Portland's woken up now. Did Portland rope-a-dope us for this whole match? Are we George Foreman in this one? Oh, they're tackling but going the wrong way in the bar. Yeah. Portland's awake. Portland's alive, ladies and gentlemen. We got problems. We've got problems. This one's not going to end 1-1, I don't think. I predicted 1-1. It's not going to be 1-1. Mason wants to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Well, look, remember how many times I said during Olaf Ball that I long for the days of wild 3-3 nervy away matches? Be careful what you wish for, because I fear that we could have a nervy final 30 minutes of this one. I am contemplating using my comfort baby Yoda already. Who is he's back? He's behind the chat box. He's kind of right here. Oh, Kessler's going to his eye. That's not good. That's not good. Well, he can't focus. He's got something in his eye, Jerry. I'm kidding, Jerry. I'm kidding. Michael thinks we'll sub in some players. They get lost in the flow. We let in 2 goals. I feel I've seen that script before. Oh, we got some monkey's paws going on there. Oh, he's got space out left. Shot. Oh, train wreck. Side netting. Yeah, he just had something in his eye. Totland's down. Oh, he must have got. Let's see the replay here on this one. Oh yeah, he got popped. I don't think it was intentional, but he got popped. Please be okay, Totland. Don't have like a concussion or anything. Nah, he's standing. He's fine. Oh, he got headbutted. Ooh. The old skull to the chin. Yeah, it is now the 60th minute. I think there's some tired players out there. We need some subs. Even Phil Neville looks like he is soaked. By the way, Mason, I disagree with you on the Pride kits. I think they look nice. It's just I'll never buy one because no money actually goes to any like Pride organizations. It just goes in MLS's wallet. So I'm not down for that. I would like this one. McSorley for Morales. Well, although then who plays center mid? Nah, I mean I want McSorley out there, but I don't. We need it needs to be another center mid. So I'm thinking like JGR maybe. I mean JGR played in Australia. Australia can get pretty hot. Yeah, but I'm thinking JGR for Morales and Akil Watts, plays as more of an 8, which, hey, he scored it. I mean, you can't deny it. Ball in the box. Oh, well defended. Update, the Portland radio crew is better than ours, according to Ryan Fraley. I will say for Joey Z, he's not my cup of tea personally, but I can listen to him. I think it's an interesting argument because, and it's one that I actually had with Chris Kerber back in the day when I was at Broadcast Center and I was in school to learn the broadcasting trade. I remember during class, I made a comment about Dave Mishkin, who is the Tampa Bay Lightning radio announcer, who is like known for being absolutely unhinged. And I made a comment that, Dave Mishkin is borderline unprofessional, and I think he sucks. And well, I don't know if I said he sucks, but I said something that I didn't like David Mishkin. And Kerber, we were walking out of the building, and he turns around and he's like, what makes you say that? And just because he goes over, I explained because he's just over the top, and he's like, yeah, but it also sets him apart from others. He doesn't sound dry. He brings energy to his broadcast, and this was Kerb's argument, and so he does something to set himself apart. And I think Joey Zanaboni kind of is in that same school where he sets himself apart. Gus Johnson is another example of someone that he gets very loud and animated, and you can tell who Gus Johnson is because that's just how he is. It's an interesting argument. I don't disagree with the notion that you should set yourself apart as an announcer. I think there's levels to professionalism I think still need to be maintained. I think Gus Johnson generally does stay very professional, to be fair. As McSorley is going to come on, and it looks like also JGR's coming on for... Yep, so it's going to be McSorley for Klaus and JGR on for Morales. Kerber's fantastic, by the way. Kerber, I love me some Kerbs. And Kerber is a pretty straight arrow. And to be fair, I think that style does work better in hockey. And Joey Z, and good point here by Michael. I think Joey Z adapts to a younger audience and people that are casual. Maybe in 20 years he tones it down a little bit. I can understand the newness, and maybe he does temper it over time. But yeah, I am so excited for McSorley. I'm so happy that he's getting some time. He deserves it. He 100% deserves it, along with the refrigerator-shaped Aussie. And yeah, Klaus and Morales were cooked. They were absolutely cooked. That is fair. I am a little worried about Klaus because this is another game where he's having to be pulled early. And I just wonder what his future in St. Louis is going to be like as Berkey rains this one down. Because is there an argument? Is there an argument that we should move on from Klaus in the summer window? Because we do have an option for Klaus. So he's under team control for another year, technically. But I think he's someone that would bring value in the transfer market. And again, this is another game where we're pulling Klaus early. Like Klaus, I've not seen him play a full 90 in some time. I like Klaus. I'm not a Klaus stan, but I'm not a Klaus hater either. I appreciate what he brings as time has gone on. I can see, and Chat City Tactics has been kind of helping me with that. I see what he does as a hold-up striker, but I'm just wondering because he's getting older, and players like him don't tend to age well. Cat Uncle thinks it might be time to move on from him. And to be fair, JT Kersing is Klaus is trying to prevent an injury. He's been dealing with a calf issue, so that is fair. Dave Cotton, he's also been to Providence Park. He says it is a must visit for all soccer fans. I've heard great things about Providence Park, honestly. It seems like a really good place to catch a game. And we've had that on this channel when Aaron and Kane went there. Verify that. It seems like a really fun place. I know there's a few of us St. Louis supporters up there this weekend. A few Santos went up there. Really curious what Vancouver is going to be like in August when I go up there, August 23rd. Dave, have you been to Vancouver Whitecaps Stadium, BC Place? Will I like it or will I hate it? I guess is the question. And then I'm going to Lumen Field, Seattle, the next day for Seattle versus Kansas. So what? So will I like both places or will I hate both places? Good tackle, but that's a foul behind the play. So Betcher gets a yellow. Dave thinks BC Place is the most European-like ground in MLS. Ooh, I can be down for that. Almost kind of fitting because it is in Canada. And I know Vancouver kind of has an international, just kind of a feel to it in general. I've never been, but I've just heard. Chris says Portland, Austin, and Nashville have been his favorite away days so far. Yeah, I went to Nashville in March, and Nashville was a good time. Good stadium. Not a great turnout because it was a little chilly, and it was actually, they played Portland, actually, and they actually kicked the snot out of Portland, to be fair. Dave says BC Place is nice, especially if the roof is open. I'm hoping because it's August 23rd, it will be. Although knowing me, it'll rain because that's kind of my thing. Although it didn't rain in Madison this weekend, thank goodness. It was actually really beautiful in Madison this weekend. I like Jonas Park too. In fact, actually, I'm going to go back there this month because Jake had an extra ticket for Al Hilal versus Pachuca. And I'm going to go down for that one. And then that's going to be at Jonas Park. Betcher's down. Honestly, I was wondering, with the yellow, if it was time to pull him anyway. Ooh, he got back of the headed. I on that last replay, do you think Simon's embellishing here? I don't want to accuse him of that, but I didn't see a lot of contact there. Yep, Michael, you took it out of my mouth. Yeah, I bet you're doing a Joe Aquini there. I can see that. Oh, Providence Park is the most European-like ground. Gotcha. I don't like this from Portland. I don't like this from Portland. I don't like this from Portland. I don't like this from Portland still. I'm a little appeased now that it's out of the box. Anthony scares me. Okay. Good tackle. That was a clean tackle. And shot. What a save. No, we're not. Holy cow, Berkey. Actually, two of them.
What a save! Scott Banks!
All right. Yeah, we were saying that earlier. Berkey hadn't had to do much up until now. Well, guess what? Now is here, and he is working. He's put on his working shoes. What a stop there. That was a big the first one was spectacular, the second one was good. There Berkey's Berkey. I really hope he doesn't leave this offseason. I really hope he doesn't. I know Berkey's girlfriend lives in Chicago and she's like a real estate agent, and I don't think Chicago's going to be in the market for a goalie. So if we're talking like pure domestic situation, it makes sense for Berkey to come back. But if it is on a pure state of the club right now, yikes. Sam Tracy, Portland Hearts of Pine fan. I don't like this from Portland is what I said most of last night as well. Yikes. I didn't actually see what happened. What happened with you guys last night? I need to actually check the Thought Mob. Oh, you lost to Chattanooga. Ooh, ouch. 2-1. That's no bueno. Oh, Roman Berkey's flat. I can't do Joey's anybody. Flashing Paul is like he's streaking through pets. That's okay. That's a Joey Z. Sometimes Joey Z tries too hard to work stuff like that in. Sometimes he can make that work as Zelensky comes in for Totland. I think that's a good move. Totland getting back to fitness. He looked good. Yeah, Totland was solid today. That's a good move though. Hartle in the box, headed wide. I don't like the fact that that we have not shown the same punch on offense that in the last 10 minutes or so that we did for the first 60. Though Zelensky's moving it upfield. We've got Kessler on the right side. Kessler, that should be a handball, but they're going to go for just an out of bounds. I asked earlier, Dave, if the scarf is hung because Sean Fecto was in here, but he said he couldn't confirm that. But Sean, I think it was Sam that did confirm the scarf made it to Portland Zoo, but it hadn't been hung as of last week. Trust me, I'm staying on top of this. I am staying on top of this because St. Louis City SC's scarf needs to be on top of Sporting KC's scarf. It's just the way it needs to be. All right, well defended. Not really a great. Portland's not been very effective on their right side this game. It's been, I mean, like when Anthony has the ball, he scares me. But whenever they got the ball on the right side, I am unmoved. Speaking of Anthony versus Zelensky. This is going to be a tough one for Zelensky. Oh, a bad pass that gets bailed out there. Oh, Sam, is there a Sacramento Republic scarf also hanging at the Portland Zoo now? Because David donated a Republic scarf when we visited. We're tackling the important issues here on this watch along, like the hanging of scarves at a Maine bar. Cooling break, so get your water in. Get your liquid H2O in. New gloves for Berkey. Yikes. Oh, Dave, you see this? So Sam thinks that the Sacramento Republic scarf is being hung up at the zoo. Nice. By the way, I've got my own Sacramento scarf that is hanging up in my apartment. If I flip this around, it's right up there. Oh, and Sam, you recognize that scarf next to the door? Yeah, that's the one that Mitch traded me. Those 3 scarves that are vertical were from my Louisville, Rhode Island, and Portland Hearts of Pine. The ones that are vertical, the one horizontal, David gave to me when he came to the San Jose game last year. That Sacramento Republic one, and then he gave me that Tacoma one during our New England trip last month. So very cool. Oh, and Ethan, that's your Racing Louisville scarf that you gave me last year. Anyway, that's your scarf break as the players are having a cooling break. There we go. Get this back going here. Make sure that's level. That's not level. Why is this cockeyed now? This feels like really low now. There we go. Okay. I think that's okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Ryan is asking, should we just hoof it more? Well, do we have the legs to play hoof it ball at this point? I mean, this is 77th minute, and we're playing in a blast furnace. So the question is, do we have the legs at this point? I mean, we know McSorley does. Good header by McSorley. McSorley, by the way, is really good at aerials. You know, that if you're unfamiliar with him, if you haven't watched a lot of City 2, McSorley is really, really good on set pieces and aerials. He's a battler, but he also just has like a really good sense of positioning and being able to get up for headers. He's an aerial threat. Ooh, ow, I heard that. Did you hear that scream? Ah. Oh, that's JGR. Please be okay. We don't need another midfielder hurt. You just came on, bro. Okay, he's walking off. Our Aussie fridge is okay, Mason. It's okay. He's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing the shadows the whole game. Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh, what a pass. Oh, and he's fluffed it. Woo! Ooh, that was a beautiful pass. That was just a good pass. That wasn't no, I mean that was nothing Zelensky could do, nothing Kessler could do. That was just a good pass. That was a massive bullet. Massive good pass, to be fair. Woof, woof, woof. There we go. All right, good connection. Let's see if we can move the ball up here. Watts over to Zelensky. Zelensky got time. Gets it back out to occasional right wing back Akil Watts. Back to Zelensky. Now over to our Fridge. Fridge with a bad pass because he's a fridge. One sub I would really like to see now is Jean Day for Celio. I think we need a bit of speed in the final 10 minutes plus, and Celio's been out there for 80. He's chasing down the ball here. He's offside. I want to see Jean Day out for Celio. That's the one I want right now. And then we got one more sub to make. Trying to think who that. I mean, who would that be at this point? Oh, not a great foul. Who else would I bring on? Kind of a tough call, honestly, as to who I would bring on. But I know I went Jean Day for Celio. Although I wonder if Jean Day is going to get punished because he was late for practice this week and got fined. As we're going to have another sub for Portland. Man, I really like the MLS Pride kits, but I just wish they actually went towards something, you know? They are nice. They actually did a good job with those. For once. Again, I predicted 1-1 before this match, and that's holding strong at the moment. It looked like for a while there this game would be absolutely cracked open, but hasn't happened yet, and it's kind of slowed down a little bit in the last few minutes, although Portland knocking here, defended nicely. +6 stoppage time sounds about right. Because remember the cooling break, too. Good block, good block. Let's get a counter going. Move, vamos. Good job, McSorley. Or McSorlikini, I guess we can call you. Joe Asori. Joe Asori. That's not it's not a second yellow. It's a flop. But yeah, good job. Take a look. He's in the book. Send him home now. Are we singing Reading Rainbow here, Mason? He flopped. It's not a second yellow. I like that we're still thinking aggressively here on the road. Getting everyone forward. Hit it towards McSorley. He'll win the header. Close. All wide. The Betcher looks tired. Betcher looks tired. Mikakini. Love it. All right. Cole on a kick. Marcel Hartel. Bodies in the box. In the shade. In the sun. Headed away. Yeah, Timo's a good guy to target on those. Being 6'3". Ah, good press. Good press. Nice. And McSorley drawing another foul. I'm telling you. McSorley. Doing all the extras. All right, free kick, dangerous zone here. Celio's going to be on it. Celio's going to take it. Yeah, I find it interesting. They've been kind of alternating today with him and Hartle on free kicks. It's Celio doesn't quite find a target. Good job, Reed. Oh, Timber's got a counter opportunity. Oh, Reed, bad touch. No. Good job, Z. No, it's still alive, though. Good job. Good job, Zielinski. Good job. Good D. Very good D by Zielinski. Not a great touch by Reed. That was way too just mentally disconnected. Yeah, that was Reed switching off there, JT. That was not good. And Zielinski bails us out. Very good defending by Zielinski. Fernandez rebound, and Berkey has to touch it over. Yeah. Praise Joey Zielinski. Praise thee. Joey, get the hearts in the chat. All right, 2 subs coming out for St. Louis. But first, this advertisement from Old Spice instead of vital information. Although that match momentum does actually track. That looks like that's been fair. Ostrak, he lives, and he comes on for Betcher, and Jande is coming on for Celio. That's good. That's good. Good subs. And now Ostrak can play higher up now, which is where he's more comfortable. B, aggressive. B, aggressive. Beaggressive. I like it. Well, McSorley wins the long ball in a way. Yeah, this is a big stage for Sean. I mean, I know he's not getting a ton of time to prove his stuff here, but I'm waiting for the big kaboom from Jande that I haven't seen yet. Good battle. Good press by McSorley. So it looks like Johnny's playing up top. Interesting. I know on City 2 they've been playing McSorley a lot as a right winger. And I know Critchie was playing him there a lot, so this is let him cook. Because I know McSorley is usually a striker, a pure striker, but I think this might be a learning moment for McSorley to add a right winger to his arsenal and make himself more valuable. So I'm okay with it. Also, I don't mind having speed up at the tippy top there. It's Portland. Bad turnover. Counter. Tries a shake. Passes back. Anthony. Oh, no. Oh, no. Blocked. Good block. There's Jande. All right. He's got it back. One. Silva, you had... McSorley was right there, bro. Quit being selfish. John Day did not prove his stuff there. Update. Yeah, and he did that last week, John Day. He loves kicking it right at the keeper when he's got space and he's got options. He's like a speedier attacking version of Durkin. Although, at least, I mean, the only thing is John Day has like no oomph on his shots. 7 minutes of stoppage. Yeah, I know. Yeah, seriously, that's what you're literally there for, John Day. Make a pass. This is going to be a long 7 minutes. Corner kick. I'm not going to play it. I can't say anything. I don't know. We're just not marking him today. We're just not marking today. Girdwood, is that it? And the thing is, Girdwood Reich is supposed to be a defensive-minded midfielder. That was Girdwood Reich. That was Girdwood Reich, 100%. And Girdwood Reich knew it. He threw his arms up after that. That was his man, and he just sat there like a cactus. Yeah, summer window can't. We need a wrecking ball on this team. It's bad. Don't care. We should be up 3-2. Good tackle by Watts. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Yeah, the center back to center back connection as Kessler slips. Hartle. Interesting whistle there. Oh, Kessler's limping. Oh, he's okay. He's walking it off. Interesting they stopped the play, though. Looked like Hartle had space in there. Ooh, that's... Ow, yeah. That'll sting. But looks like he's going to be okay. That was a little scary. That was a little scary there for Kess. Oh, Phil Neville, you naughty, naughty boy.
To give Chelsea a place.
Get on him, Gary. Get on him. That's your brother.
The headline has been written.
Hartle's going to take this one. They flipped a coin. It ended up being Hartle, I guess. Well, Celia's not out there, so he can't take it now. Hartle shimmies, fires, back of the net, just not directed on target. Hmm. 90 seconds left. Portland in no hurry. All right, good press, good press, good press. McSorley's got wheels. McSorley can run, man. I'm telling you, sleep on McSorley at your own peril. Wow, we were playing so wide open now. Jande, please don't shoot it, Jande. Thank you. Okay, that's a good ball, Jande. Jande, get in the mixer. It's all right. It's all right. Why are we connecting past this team of Baumgartel on a break? We just don't have the players, guys. We just don't have the players. Yeah, exactly. Why is Baumgartel the only one flying in the box? And there he is again. He's back to playing striker. It's like the ghost of Olaf Melberg's back, playing Baumgartel like a striker now. Yeah, look. I mean, look. Baumgartel's nowhere on the back line. Berkey forward to no one. Yeah, Brett says CB as a striker tackling FIFA. It's also what you do in Football Manager when you're down late in the game and you're desperate just to get men forward. You put on your tallest center back as a striker. So I guess it's not too foreign. Ow! Okay, that was just a bad handle. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle. One more counter. Move! Foul. Yeah, delay a game. This is it. All right, Berkey's going to take this one. Everyone's forward. Hail Mary time. Pray to your deity. Make a sacrifice if you need to. Because this is it. 1 point or no points. Answer. Zelensky. Oh, shot. Zonde blocked. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We're not going to get a corner kick. Over. Done. This one hurts because we played well enough to win. We should have won. When you get those golden chances and you don't take them. I said it when we had that 3-on-1 that Watts and Hartle fluffed on. That could come back to haunt us, and here we are. Here we are right here. Why now? Why is this team like this, Mason? It's because it's built like this. It's because this is what we have. This is who we are. Really, forget 80% of 2023 happened because this is just what we are. We're trash. We're trash. Yeah. Jacob, I actually agree with you on this. This wasn't on Critch. We look good at times. We actually look very good at times. And yeah, at least we're not LA Galaxy. That is true. Yeah. And yeah, Chris, I'm booing with you too. Just can't finish. Can't finish. Can't finish. Can't finish. And this is why we're in this point right now. Yeah. So. All right. Flip this over here. Why is this playing right now? Because Pat Connolly Tavern is located in the corner of Oakland and Tam in beautiful Dogtown, a St. Louis institution since 1942 and a proud sponsor of watch-alongs like this. Pat Connolly Tavern, thank you so much for your support. Yeah, this was, I don't know how to say it. It was winnable. I think that credit Watts for scoring, and generally, I thought Watts actually had a good game. Dare I say, I thought Totland had a good game. I thought none of our forwards impressed me today. Hartle wasn't impressive. Klaus looked gassed. Betcher did not have a great game, I don't think. Morales was fine. Our backline was good. Timo and Kessler were strong. Berkey was strong. Reed had his moments, although he had that, brain fart, at the, second half that led to the turnover. Zielinski, hero for, making that diving stop. I want to see more McSorley. I was very encouraged by what I saw from him today. But the moral of the story is finish your shots. Finish your shots. That's just all that's all I can say. That's really all I can say. Would he have been though, Jacob? He's not been good all year. Watts may have been man of the match. Honestly, that's fair. Leuven would have probably given us. I think he would have really helped out. Maybe with we were actually doing a decent job in the midfield and connecting today, but yeah, Leuven is just that X factor. Cat Uncle, I'm getting to this point. It was nice while it lasted, but. Yeah, I think we're just a club of false hope right now, and I agree. I think Leuven would have helped today. Hartle, Hartle's trying to do too much. I think again, I think he was part of an ensemble at St. Pauli. And he just had to play his role, and he had good support around him. In MLS, in this poverty league that tries to paint itself as anything but poverty, when you are hamstringing your own clubs from building good rosters, you just don't have the support that you do as St. Pauli. Where St. Louis City is not at a level of St. Pauli. St. Pauli is staying in the Bundesliga next year. It's just. We're not it, and so now Hartle has to do more, and he's not been himself all season. He just hasn't. Fiat Justia thought that the build-ups were okay, but man, they can't put anything away. Yeah, that's the moral. That's the game right there. I think there's things that we can be encouraged about. I thought our backline was solid. Our build-ups were fine. It's just that final third is just whack right now. Jean De Silva ain't it. I want to see like a full half from him to make like a final judgment on him, but I've seen very little from him that gives me any sort of encouragement. Breaking news: Aaron Ed is bleeping pissed. I'm not happy either. This was winnable. But we are who we are. And as Mason pointed out with Hartle, playing him deep and off ball didn't help either. No. Oh, yeah. Aaron, see, here's the thing with Silva, and you bring up a point here. Silva thinks he's him, but he's not. His dad was a journeyman. Silva is a journey, and his son is a journeyman, and he's probably going to walk away from St. Louis in the offseason. He's probably going to go off and play like in Turkey next year or God knows where, and he's probably going to be the type of player that is in town for a year or two and then leaves in a very disappointing manner and just generally just bounces around from club to club, being just incredibly unimpressive wherever he goes. He'll arrive with big hopes, and he looks the part at times, but he just ain't it. He has proven that just about everywhere that he goes, that when he arrives, expectations are here, and then when he leaves his clubs, they're down here. And he's already kind of around here with St. Louis with me. Yeah. Very, very winnable. I agree. Yeah, and Aaron, yeah, that's true. I mean, he has a glorious chance to pass off and create a chance to someone. That was McSorley, but instead he settles for a garbage week shot. He did that last week against Seattle, too. And yeah, Jane Silva will probably get a paycheck playing professional soccer well into his 30s. It's just no one's going to remember him. That's just the way it is. Yeah. So we get to go home on Saturday. We get to host LA Galaxy, so a chance to get 3 points, a real chance to get 3 points against the corpse of Marco Royce and everyone else on Galaxy. Should be a winnable game. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to being back at Energizer Park, as I always am. And a quick programming note for the channel. I will have my vlog from the St. Louligans trip to Forward Madison. It should be out tomorrow night. I got a lot of it done on the car ride back to St. Louis. A lot of Louligan stuff in there, but I also was in the away section as well for a lot of it as well. So you get to see what away support is like in League One. I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. And I'm with you, Mason. If we lose to the Galaxy, the whole thing needs to be torn down to the studs. I'm kind of back into everything burns mode like I was after the Sporting Kansas game. Yeah. And Cat Uncle's actually going to be at that game. Very nice. Very nice. Well, come say hi to me. I'll be in the supporter section somewhere. And hopefully Mason and Mike will be there as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I want to give one final shout out here to the Zombie Ultras, all 17 of you, including Aaron Ed. I see you there in the chat as well. Bucket Hat's been with us here. I saw Colin Bosler earlier on. Jerry Hayes was hanging around. Peter MacArthur, I've seen you. Michael Miller, I've seen you. Fraley, you've been there all chat. Thank you for your support. And, of course, the 30-second or the 99-cent supporter section as well. Thank you so much for keeping this channel going. Please, if you can, help this channel out by dropping a like on that thumbs up button on the bottom. That really does help this channel out and helps get it out to more fans like you. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, that costs nothing. You just click a button and you're subscribed, and click the bell icon. That way you'll get notified when I'm live and when I have new videos, like tomorrow night when I'll be posting Forward Madison versus Union Omaha and the St. Louligans road trip from that weekend. But anyway, have a good night, everyone. Oh, by the way, Saturday, it is Jerry Hayes' birthday party. Yay! I got to go here real quick. That's the one I want. And get some fireworks out there for Jerry. Some pre-birthday fireworks. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Love your brother, Aaron. Good to see you at City 2 the other night. Good to see you in the chat as well, Super Rav. I know you're part of the Ultras as well. Thank you so much. And damn it, subscribe. Do what JT says. Do it right now, because I'm ending this broadcast. And when I end it, you're going to click subscribe, because that's just how it's going to be.